Unlike traditional reviews, a person-centered or person-directed review puts the person at the center of the whole process. It acknowledges what's working well and encourages aspirations towards the future. A person-centered review identifies and helps change aspects of the person's life which are not working and sets realistic outcomes and actions to change them. Though a person-centered review can take no more time than a traditional review, it's a better way for professionals to meet their person-centered or person-directed planning requirements. For example, this is a requirement found in the Ontario Developmental Services Quality Assurance Measures. A person-centered or person-directed review focuses on the person and ensures that the person directs their planning meeting. It's a very informal session. The person invites their family, their friends, it might be neighbors, people who really care about them, to come to their planning meeting. In the person-centered or person-directed review, the room is set up informally with snacks and refreshments, music, almost like a little party. It's relaxing.
The great thing about it, it was fun. Everybody was involved.
It's a little different than most formal meetings where it's pen and paper and just a few people seem to be in control of the information.
Everybody was writing something. We could see everything. And Stéphane, she even put Stéphane's favorite music, Dukes of Hazzard.
The facilitator explains to everyone present what the process of the review is and what the ground rules are. The first section of the review is where we appreciate the person. People are invited to share information about the person, what they appreciate, like, and admire about them. The facilitator then moves on to discussing progress on actions set at the last review. This helps to acknowledge and celebrate what's going well, but also to see if anything hasn't been achieved or addressed. The person-centered review is an excellent way either to update an existing one-page profile or to create a one-page profile from the review. Once the actions have been discussed, the facilitator moves on to the next station of the review, which invites everyone to come up to the board and write about the person under specific headings. These headings are: what's important to the person now? This focuses on what really matters to the person and what would cause distress if not present. What's important in the future? These are the things that need to happen to support the person well, to move towards the future and his hopes and dreams and aspirations. So they have to put themselves in the person's shoes and really try to think about if my brother could tell me today with words what they want in life, what would that be? If they could tell me what's working and not working in their life, what would they say? What's their definition of the future or their definition of a good decision? How best to support the person. Here we think about the things that others need to either know or do to make sure that the person is supported well, and this will include what professionals need to do to meet their statutory requirements, and how other people supporting the person, what they need to do. So do we know how much time they need, how they need to be given information so that they can think about it? Maybe they need to experience different things before choosing. Maybe they need to read about different things before choosing. So we need to understand how they make decisions best. And if they can't, then how do we make that decision based on their personality, their preferences, not ours? Not an easy thing to do. And that's the role of the facilitator, to help with that. What's working and not working? We look at this from different perspectives, from the person's point of view, or our best guess if they can't tell us, from the family's point of view, the school, or other people as well. Here, differences of opinion can be aired and recorded. Even if things aren't working well, there is always something that can be celebrated and acknowledged. In addition to these headings, there is a section where any question can be addressed. While this information is being gathered and shared, the facilitator leads the discussion to explore any differences of opinion and generate person-centered outcomes. These are based on changing what's not working, keeping what is working going, and moving towards what the person wants in the future. It's during this time that we create the outcomes and clearly state what we want to see in a year's time, and then move from that to a detailed action plan with strategies that make sure that everybody is working towards the same goal. And it doesn't mean that during the one meeting, the decisions need to be made. It might take a few meetings to really think things through. So just like in our own lives, we don't make decisions on the spot all the time. We take time, we evaluate, we try things, we sleep on it. And that's okay for people with disabilities too.
He knows we're planning his future, and now he always wants to know the next step.
Mama and let me see, yeah. Papa, oh. Support, no.
A person-centered review is a great way to both gather information to inform a person-directed plan, a person-centered plan, or an individual education plan, and to review progress on the delivery of this plan. Introducing person-centered reviews or person-directed reviews is a really simple process. Helen Sanderson Associates can provide training and support and a range of resources to make sure that you are able to use them effectively to make a difference for the person or the young person. So these meetings, these person-centered planning or person-directed planning reviews are really directed by the person, and that's probably why they enjoy it a lot more. It's their meeting.